Hey there! Welcome to Life Noggin. Today, we're going deep into the hidden world of trees. What if I told you that trees can talk? Not with words, but through an invisible network beneath our feet. This is the hidden world of forests, where trees share information, warn each other of danger, and even nurture their young. But how do trees communicate? And what might this knowledge mean for our future? Join us as we explore the fascinating science behind talking trees and discover the secrets of their hidden world. As far as we know, trees have been on Earth for around 365 million years. And throughout all that time, they've had to work out ways to survive everything from giant space rocks to hordes of hungry insects. Part of surviving has meant they need to develop ways to communicate and share information about potential dangers, which means they kind of have to talk to each other. Over millions of years, trees have developed a number of ways to communicate. But today we're going to be focusing on one particular way that they pass messages between each other. Through an interconnected underground network, pretty similar to the internet. First, let's take a look at the roots of the problem. Literally, all plants have roots. They help anchor the plant in place and absorb water and nutrients from the soil. But some roots do a little bit more. Scientists have found that certain roots can sense when nearby roots are producing helpful chemicals and will grow towards them. But why would roots start growing towards each other? Well, back in 1997, scientists found out that the roots were responding to chemical signals produced by fungi. Fungi are everywhere in our world, breaking down dead stuff and recycling the nutrients within. But they also have a sneaky way of getting nutrients, too. Some fungi form mutually beneficial relationships with plants, receiving sugars from the plant and providing the plant with nutrients from the soil in return. This relationship is known as mycorrhiza. These mycorrhizal fungi are so widespread that over time, they have formed networks connecting the roots of different plants together. Mycorrhizal networks vary greatly in size. Some cover only a small patch of ground, while others stretch for miles. Just like the internet connects computers all over the world, these fungi connect the roots of plants across vast areas, creating what is known as the Wood Wide Web. Through the Wood Wide Web, trees can exchange important resources like water and nutrients. They can also send chemical messages through the network. Messages like, "Hey, there's a bunch of hungry caterpillars on my leaves," or "I am not feeling so hot. Send help." That last one might be a bit dramatic, but the point is trees can pass on information through this network. But how do they actually send messages? Well, much like how computers use cables and satellites to connect and communicate with each other, plants and fungi use proteins and sugars to send signals through the network. When one tree is attacked by insects, it releases special chemicals to defend itself. Other trees nearby can detect these chemicals through the network and start producing their own defenses. In other words, they warn each other of attacks. And trees aren't the only ones who can benefit from this network. Plants like orchids and a bunch of other forest plants use the network to get nutrients until they can start producing their own. Orchids, for example, don't have the ability to produce their own food through photosynthesis because they don't have leaves. Instead, they rely on the Wood Wide Web to receive nutrients from nearby plants. So whether it's passing warnings of impending danger or helping out a struggling seedling, the Wood Wide Web keeps the forest connected and thriving. So knowing how trees communicate can help us understand how forests work. Which is great, because forests are super important for our survival. Not only do they produce the oxygen we need to live, but they also store carbon, help regulate our climate, and provide homes to countless species. By understanding how trees communicate, we can learn how to protect them better and ensure they continue to thrive for generations to come. Speaking of protecting forests, we have a whole playlist of videos about deforestation and what we can do to help combat it. Check it out here. So, the next time you're in a forest, take a moment to appreciate the hidden world around you. The forest is full of connections and communication happening all around you. And while we may not be able to hear the trees talking, we can listen to the clues they're giving us about their world. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit like and subscribe and leave your suggestions for topics that we should cover in the future. All the materials used are added in the description below. And as always, this has been Life Noggin. Don't forget to keep on thinking